So if we're trying, the next thing we're looking at is how to find the midpoint of 2 points on a graph, or sometimes they may ask you, they'll give you 1 point and they'll give you a midpoint, and I want you to find another set of coordinates. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So here we've got 1 point, we've got a point A, and we've got a point B. Here we've got a point A, and we've got our midpoint, and they call that M, and we may be asked to find something else. We may be asked to find point B. That's what we're going to do. But we're going to have a look at this first. Now, with this, we're going to have a look at this first. Now, here is your formula. The midpoint, x1 plus x2 over 2 is your x coordinate, so that translates to that. y1 plus y2 over 2 translates to that. So what we do is we add these two, divided by 2, add these two, divided by 2. I prefer to draw it though. I prefer to draw it, that way you actually see where they are. So we've got this point here, 2 and 12. So 2 and 12 would be about here. And 8 and 4 would be further across, and it'd be about here. So we're drawing, so if we draw that line there, then we're finding the midpoint there, somewhere there. So if we think about this as being okay, we have gone, give me another colour, green. We've gone from here across, we've gone 6 units, because we've gone from 2, 12 to 8 and 4. We've gone across 6 units, and we've gone down 8 units. So from there, we look at this number, 6. What's half of 6? Half of 6 is 3. So halfway between 2 and 8 is 5. Then we do the same thing from 12 to 4. We've gone 8. Half of 8 is 4. So based on that, 4 away from 12 is 8. So that's our midpoint. Our midpoint will be right here at 5 and 8. And of course, like I said, we can substitute that into the formula if we like. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, give me another colour, orange. We'll say 2 plus 8 over 2 gives us 5. 12 plus 4 over 2 gives us 8. So if our midpoint is at 5 and 8. Okay. Now, the other thing you'll be asked to do is to find another point, like B. So basically what's happening here, let's draw this. We've got a point at -4 and 2, so we're there. And then we've got another point at 0 and 3, so it's going to be there. So here we are at -4, 2, and we're at 0, 3. So what they want you to do is they want you to find what the coordinates there at that point will be. Now, like I said, draw it. If you draw it, it takes a cognitive load away from your brain. If you draw it, you're also you're able to visualize it, so you can see, okay, it's going to be over here. So, just like before, we can draw it. We can use our drawing. Switch to blue. If we've gone from 4 to 0, that means we've gone across 4. So we're going to go across another 4. So we're going to be at 4. And if we've gone from 2 to 3, that means we've gone up 1. So we've gone across 4, up 1, so we're going to go up another 1 as well. So here we're going to be at 4 and 4. We can substitute that into our formula. Here is our midpoint. So what we do is we let 0 equal this, 3 equal this, and we substitute these two values. So for this, we'll say -4 plus x2 over 2 equals 0. And then we'll say, over here, we'll say 3. Sorry, no, not 3. We'll say 2 plus y2 over 2 equals 3. And then we solve. 2 times 0 is 0, so -4 plus x2 equals 0. So from there, x2 has got to equal 4, which matches with what we've got there. And then we'll say 2 times 3 gives us 6. So 2 plus y2 gives us 6. So from there, y2 has got to be 4. So we've got our 4 and 4. So that's the way we go about solving that. as I said, my advice, draw your points halfway, find out the distance, go halfway, find out the distance, go halfway. There's your midpoint. You can substitute into the formula though. Same thing with this. They give you a point, they give you the midpoint, draw your 2 points. How far is it? It's going to be the same distance. How high? It's going to be the same distance. Or you can substitute into the formula. But that's how you go about finding the midpoints, or using midpoints for that matter.